Hey loves, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So happy to have you here. Today we're going to do kind of a beauty favorites video. I feel like lately I've gotten way back into makeup. I feel like I took a moment, and even though I'm wearing a very basic look today, like this is my everyday. So today I'm just going to go over some of the products I've really been loving lately. There's some that I thought I didn't love, and turns out I'm obsessed. And there's one that I've been using consistently and didn't really think much about it, like, oh, I really like this, but I didn't use it yesterday and the difference was insane. So I have to talk to you guys about it because as someone who struggles with her under eyes looking like a little dry, I don't know, my skin has just been really dry lately as I've been having all of these health issues. I don't know, it's just something that happens sometimes. It's weird. We are going to jump in just a moment, but before we jump in, let's chat about Dossier. You guys know I'm a big fan. Thank you so much to Dossier for partnering with me on this little portion of the video. If you haven't heard of Dossier before, they are a not only, I always say online, but not only online fragrance company. They do high-end fragrances. They also are available in some Walmarts. Sadly, right now, the Walmarts around me don't have them yet. I'm hoping they'll expand. I honestly have no idea, but you can always go on their website and kind of search which Walmarts have Dossier scents in store. They don't have all of them, but I believe they have their best-selling fragrances. So that's awesome. They are, for what you get, so affordable because these are literally duping high-end fragrances, but they're just a fraction of the price. They did send a couple over. I don't remember. I picked these out at one point, but it's been a couple months because I leave them in the box and I share 2 with you a month is basically what I end up doing. So I'm going to grab those and we're going to chat about them. Ooh, I just looked at the name on the side. I don't even remember ordering this, but my brain likes to do this. So this is, it says on the back, aromatic pineapple. It probably was a new one. Whoops, it's fallen all out of here. So aromatic pineapple. They all come with these little sheets. By the way, if you didn't know, if you've been around for a minute, you probably know because I've been working with Dossier for probably a couple of years now. But they're risk-free. So if you purchase the fragrance and you try it out, you don't like it, you can send it back, get your money back. I love that. Let's see, this one is inspired by YSL Perfume. I can never say it. But you can see it right there. I've had a lot of coffee today in order to be awake enough to film, so I'm a little shaky, but it's good. I'd rather be a little whoo than too tired to even have a personality, you know? Anyway, so this one's got, oh, Luna, that's my leg. Bergamot, ginger, pineapple, sage, juniper berry, amberwood, cedarwood. So I think it's going to be kind of a warm scent with a little bit of pineapple. So let's see. Ooh, I don't think, I have to be honest with you guys, I do not go and sniff fragrances in the store often because one, I have so many at home, but even before then, it's not in my budget. And the fact that you can get something so good for such a good price is crazy. I'm going to try this one on this arm. I always do this one. I'm like, whoo, this is a lot of perfume because one spritz sometimes is all you need. Ooh, I like it. It does smell familiar. So I feel like I've smelled people wearing this. It's much more fresh than I expected it to be. Ooh, I'm getting the fruity element. So it's fresh and fruity. Fresh and fruity. So again, this one is aromatic pineapple. That's a good one. That's a good one. This one's going in my, I want to wear this a little bit. The last one we're going to talk, Ambery Vanilla. This one is duping, apparently I was on a YSL kick. I don't know, maybe they got new YSL. But this is Black Opium. A lot of people like Black Opium. This is mandarin pear, pink pepper, licorice, jasmine, orange blossom, patchouli, cedarwood, vanilla, and coffee. Given vanilla and coffee are at the end of the list, they're base notes. So maybe it'll be, I don't know, girl, I should just sniff it. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. It's sweet. It's definitely sweet. Oh, I like it a lot. It smells, I feel like I've owned a fragrance that smells like this before. Ooh, okay, so this one is a fresh, fruity with a little bit of warm. And this one is definitely it's usually gonna smell like a baked good, which I never really, when I thought of Black Opium, I don't think I've ever really gone to the store and smelled it. I never really thought, I didn't expect that. I, for some reason, thought it was gonna be musky or something. But I always shop off the notes, so if I see a good note, I jump on it. They also have a quiz on there, so if you aren't sure what kind or what fragrance you want, you can go on there and tell them what kind of scents you like, and they will give you a little list of perfumes to try. All right, babes, if you want to check out Dossier, I will leave a link down below in the description box. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much again to Dossier for partnering with me on this little portion of the video. Let's get into my beauty favorites. Yeah. All right, I say beauty favorites, but I think I'm going to include some stuff that's not quite beauty because my mom and I were playing with something yesterday. It's a household item and it's awesome. This is gonna look real gross. We're gonna start with this and then we'll get into beauty just because this is totally random, but I feel like it needs to be addressed. Okay, look at this thing. This, I do believe, me with all the dupes, I do believe this is duping a chom, I think. But this is from Temu, you guys. And I think instead of a cat, it's a frog. But this is crazy. Crazy. I have this rug right here and you guys know I have 3 cats and I could vacuum it like, I don't vacuum enough, I'm gonna be real. But when you have chronic illness and a bad back, a vacuum can hurt. And I just love that I can use this on smaller spaces if I want. I can use it on my couch, I can use it on my bedspread. My mom literally, I was like, try it on my sweatshirt because my sweatshirt was covered in cat hair. It worked better than any lint roll I've ever, it worked better than any lint roll I've ever used in my life. So if you are someone who has pets, girl, this is amazing. And so you just like boop, 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 you know, like on the floor, on your couch, on your shirt, on your bedspread, whatever you need. And then it collects all the hair in here. You can still see some cat hair, which is really gross, but my mom and I were shocked. Like we did it on the rug first and I was like, Mom, look at this. And she was so excited too. And she's like, she looked at my dad, she's like, we need this. So I just, the amount of cat hair in my life, I feel like I'm going to be obsessed with this thing. I'm already obsessed with it, but I can't wait to even use it more. Okay, so this little booger is something we're eating into beauty, by the way. This is kind of just like a random favorite, so let's just do it. Let's just make it random. Maybe I'll pull some other stuff to like chat about. But this, when I first tried it in the testing video, this is one of the things that I was like not quite sure about. But the thing is once you get the hang of it, I love this for the price and the packaging. Are you kidding? This is the new liner from SHOPMISSA, so it was like what, $1.88, $1.88. And the packaging is so cute. I hope they come out with other colors. I love this. I love this. It's just a black pen. I have it on. My wing is not great today. And keep in mind, I went to therapy and stuff. But it's just a black, I love a pen liner. It's just a black pen liner. But for $1.88, I will definitely repurchase this once it runs out. I normally buy the Physicians Formula one, which is still pretty affordable. But that one's like, sometimes I get it on Amazon for like $8 something. A lot of times at Ulta, I think it's like $11, $12. It really just depends. I feel like I've just seen it for so many different prices. And Physicians Formula is affordable, but you know how times are right now. Everything's getting more expensive. So $1.88 for a liquid liner, I am pumped. So this is definitely a win in my book. It is a wider tip than the Physicians Formula one, and it does take a minute to get a hold of it, like to get the hang of it. But it's worth it. This is a totally, like, you guys have seen this 1,000 million times. And I probably have put it in a favorites recently, but I tried to switch it up and I just keep, this is just like my comfort contour palette and highlight palette. Like I use it for both and I love that. I recently repicked this up. I used to use this nonstop back in the day when I was really doing beauty videos. You guys know I've always loved Revolution. I love this so much. It has the perfect like cool toned contour right here, and then these warm ones work as well. I like using them like in combination, but I do love this one the most. And then these two highlighters mixed, I remember I would swatch them and they look kind of like, I believe it was Champagne Pop. Was it Champagne Pop? I think so. Maybe not as gold though, but it looked very similar. Gorgeous. And then I don't use these as often, but they're there. Sometimes I'll use them on my brow bone and stuff, but I'm very picky about powders, so I don't use them that often. But this is a good boy. Good boy. Plus it's got a really good mirror. Let's see what this says on here. And my favorite contour brush, you can get it at Ulta too. I believe it's the M437 by Morphe. I've been loving this guy. Gotta be careful because this guy, mine is a point for being messy. But okay, when I first bought this, I was not in love. I was like, this is too light. It's not working. It's not enough for me. And I don't know if like my makeup taste is just changing. I think honestly, I just wasn't using enough. I love this. I love it. I will probably repurchase it. I do have the new one from Glam that I haven't tried yet, so I am going to try that liquid contour. But this is the Milani Liquid Contour Conceal and Perfect in 01 Honey. It's very cool toned in the best way. So if you are a fair bean, there's cat hairs on my blush I'm about to talk about. If you are a fair bean, this is a great one. I feel like this is a great one for fair to light, maybe. You might want to go a little darker if you're like light medium, but if you're like, even when I'm tan, which is still, when I'm tan, my skin just goes from like ultra fair to like that fair light line. I'm never even like fair medium or anything like that, even when I'm like tan. I feel like I look tanner sometimes on camera, but I still go for, you know, I'm still in like the fair light category instead of the fair. But I love this. I love it, love it, love it. It's so good. It's so good. This has been my blush of choice. This is from She Glam. This is in Risky Business. Sorry, I'll swatch the contour. I'm sorry, I should have swatched it. I am wearing the contour today, but I do have the Revolution one over it. This is Risky Business. It's just like a nice, I'm also wearing this, but I do have another blush over it. A nice, like, I guess it's kind of terracotta. It looks more orange. When I put it on my cheeks, I feel like it just kind of looks like a dusty rose, but when it's more concentrated like this, it looks a little bit orange. But anytime I put it on my cheeks, it's a really beautiful kind of dusty rose shade. There is a tiny bit of micro glitter in it, but I honestly only see the glitter sometimes if I'm like looking in a mirror and I'm under bright lights like in here when I'm filming. Otherwise, I don't really see glitter on my cheek, but I really like these blushes. I have so many of them now. I want all of them. They do have a really big set. It's a really good deal on Shein. Of course, I'll link everything down below as always. And that means the world when you use them. You know, I say it every time. But love this. Loving this blush, and honestly, any of these blushes, there's not a single one I don't love. This is just the one that has made it into my little makeup bin on a daily use. Every single one of these products came out of my makeup bag. So they're all very loved, very used. Good stuff. This guy is a newbie. I think it was in my last Ulta haul. I'm loving it. At first I was like, I don't know. I just normally can't get down with like a colored brow gel. But this one I love because my hair just went lighter. And I am sometimes too heavy on my brows. And this is a lighter shade because I got the blonde one, I think. What is this? Is it taupe? Is it blonde? Blondie Brows. I think there's only 2 shades, but it's from Essence and it's like $3.99. And if you struggle with making your brows too light, definitely get the blondie one. But if you just want to try a colored brow gel for a good price, I just spit a good price, you can always try the other one. It does have filling fibers. I honestly, today and like the last few days, I've been using this way longer than that, but I've been putting it on and then kind of letting it set a little bit, almost all the way, and then I go in with a shadow and just kind of fill in the sparse areas in my brows, and I'm loving it. I didn't expect that. I used to use it way back in the day, but like I just haven't been able to get on the colored brow gel train. I'm normally like a soap brow or clear brow gel girl, so I really like this. I've definitely been reaching for it a lot, and it's definitely been a big help. SHOPMISSA, they got you covered. An oldie but a goodie. The SHOPMISSA Drop Liquid Satin, I can't stop burping, satin foundation. Burps. Girl, this makes my skin look so good. My only qualm is it's too yellow. I definitely have pinky undertones. I can do some yellowy foundations as long as they're not like yellow. I can totally make it work, and I have been making it work. I'm not wearing this today. I'm wearing my Urban Decay Hydromaniac, which is like my all-time favorite. This reminds me so much of that, but like with more coverage. I need to get some of those like color correctors, I think. e.l.f. has them for a decent price. Maybe I'll try those to try and pink this up a little bit, just so it's a little bit, you know, more my skin tone. And like I think it works a little bit better with the yellowy when I'm tan, but the thing is this is like kind of an in-between shade, so I think that if I put a little bit of a corrector with it, normally by the time I put it on and I have my concealer, my blush, my contour, and my highlight, it when you put it right on, it looks super yellow, but it does kind of mellow out a little bit. But I'm rambling about the color, but you guys probably don't care about that. I hope that they expand it. Of course, again, it is what, $1.88 for this little bottle of foundation, but it's so good, and a little bit goes a long way. You can always like mix this into other foundations if you want more pigment. It's super, the coverage is so nice. I would say it's like high medium coverage to full coverage depending on how much you put on. Like this is a little powerful, powerful booger. I like it a lot. But I have forever, but I hadn't used it in probably a couple years. Like it had been a minute. And I think I ended up using it in my last tutorial, and I've been using it so much since then. This is a little random guy, but it's just a little lash curler from SHOPMISSA. I think this one was $1.88. It's sparkly. I like it. It gets the job done. I just like to tell you when I find something that's like a very common item from SHOPMISSA that's so much more affordable than anywhere. And given you could probably go to the Dollar Tree, dollar store, and get one. But I trust SHOPMISSA more than the Dollar Tree. Plus it's cute. They've got a plain pink one too. It's like $1.55, but I got the sparkly one. I'll pay that extra 38 cents or whatever it is. But yeah, just a random, it's good. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the thing that I was the most excited about. It's fallen on my floor. But so we're talking about this, then I have one more thing that I really want to chat with you about. We'll go from there. Girl, this highlighter. This. Can we talk about it? This is in Twilight, by the way. Nice name. I do enjoy the name. Twilight from SHOPMISSA. It is the... I didn't swatch the contour. I did it again. Look at this highlight. And the thing is like even the swatch doesn't do it justice. Anytime I wear this, I feel dewy. I have it on. Not even a lot of it. And it's just so beautiful, but you can totally like layer it up and make it so beautiful. And what I love about it is it doesn't have any glitter in it. It's just like a nice metallic sheen. It comes in I think 3 or 4 colors. This is definitely the lightest one, so it's just the one I've been reaching for. I haven't really tried out the others. I need to like mix them and see how I feel about them. But I'm loving this one. Again, it's the Everglow highlighter in Twilight. Whew. This is my obsession. This right here. I used only the e.l.f. powder, and not only did my under eyes look not cute. Not cute. The smudging of my mascara, you guys, was insane. This is my second one of these, and I do have to say, I only really like the bottom one. I hope that they release this where you can just use the loose powder. It comes with a pressed powder, and I barely used the pressed powder in my last one. I haven't thrown it away in case I want to try and use it. It's just the loose powder is so good. It's so good. So what I do is I put my concealer on, like all my stuff, whatever, do all my things. And then when I'm setting my under eyes, I put the tiniest bit of that e.l.f. camo powder foundation, because when you're more fair, sometimes when you put a translucent powder on, it can pull a little gray. I don't know, there is science behind it, and I know I'm not the only one, but just putting the tiniest bit of that e.l.f. powder or whatever powder you prefer on your under eyes first is great. But then I go in with this loose powder in the bottom. I'm not going to open it because it's going to get everywhere. It's literally just a loose translucent powder. This is the Revolution IRL Filter Powder Duo thingamajig. I got it at Ulta. This powder, my under eyes, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Given I kind of touched up my eyeshadow and thrown lashes, but I didn't touch up my under eyes. I'm obsessed. It just makes my skin look so good. And like, so I didn't wear it, and now I've been wearing it all day. I put it on this morning, and my skin by this time yesterday, it was not good. I was like, what is wrong with my makeup? I forgot to use this. I'm so glad I repurchased it. Again, I wish that they would just release like a bigger one, or you could buy these separately. Like, I love that it's cool that they come together, but I don't know. That loose powder is just, which is funny. When I bought this, I thought I was going to prefer the pressed powder, but the loose powder, beautiful. I really do think that it has blurring capabilities. I tried the SHOPMISSA loose translucent powder that's supposed to be like blurring. It's not. It's not even a fraction as good. It's the price difference as good, I guess. I don't like it. It's rare that I get a SHOPMISSA AOA Studio item that I really don't like, but I don't like it. But this is amazing. This is amazing. Again, I'll link it down below. And then I just wanted to mention this palette because for spring, it's really coming in handy. It's got so many beautiful pastels. It's the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. It's been around for a minute, but I just love this. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. There's like a rainbow, and you get all these colors, and there's just like pastels. They're like, you know how sometimes you get pastel shadows and you put them on the eye and like you have to like pack them on, or they don't show up? If you put on a good base, and these, because they're kind of a darker pastel, you get that pastel look that everyone wants, but it's like so easy with this. I love that it comes with glitters. It could only be made better if they like added in a like cream shade and a black shade. But I have those in so many other palettes I don't even mind. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to swatch it because that's so many things. And I'm sorry I didn't swatch this. But it's literally the color in the tube that you can see. So it's bomb. Alright, love, so I think that's everything. I could go on for forever, but this will be the longest video ever if I tell you all my current favorite things. So these are just the things that jumped into my brain to grab to talk to you about. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite items are down below in the comments. All right, babe, so if you made it to the end, leave a little pineapple emoji for that fragrance from Dossier, and thank you so much again to Dossier for partnering with me on that little portion video. I do greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Don't forget, everything is linked down below in the description box for you. And if you want to check out Dossier, there is a link down there as well. And don't forget to check your local Walmart. You might have Dossier in your Walmart, and that's pretty cool. But I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. Why do I say bye like that? Bye. Bye. Hi. Can't tell if you're too close or not. I feel like I almost want to go boop. Just a little bit. You're a little tall. Okay. I like had this look on when I went to therapy earlier, TBH, but I added lashes when I got home and a little extra bronzer. So, you know, but anyway, that's beside the point. I think my point is like I look like I have a boring makeup look on today, but whatever. That's not the point of this. I'm sleepy. Anyway, it's weird. Anyone else with chronic like autoimmune issues get dry skin? Like my skin's normally like when I'm doing okay, it's fine. But my skin hasn't been this dry since like way back in the day when I was really sick before, which is weird that I just noticed that. I'm like, why is my skin so dry? I thought maybe it was the weather change, but I'm thinking maybe it's a combination of things. Anyway, long story long, as usual. Luna and Binks are both in here. Poor tiny queen had to go to the vet yesterday, guys. Oh, stuck on antibiotics. But you know, chat about it in a vlog. There's so much. Just send good vibes for the queen. It's not near as bad as last time, but I would just love a little great vibes for the queen because she deserves it. She's napping right now, my sweet angel. Ugh. We've had a very stressful weekend. Anyway, I should just sniff it. I'm just like tearing teeth. Ah! Thank you so much again to Dossier for partnering with Thank you. I'm wearing a crop top and I'm like, it just wants to go up. By the way, if you just saw the reflection of a mountain of bags of clothes behind my ring light, I'm sorry.